We have a special presentation tonight, or a special announcement before the meal. The meal is almost ready to be served, and it's coming out right now. As you eat your meal, I'm going to call upon a very good friend of mine, Jelena Jelic, a.k.a. Jelena Sarapa. She lives in London with her beautiful family, but in time of need, Serbian Windsor always steps up. And we had a time of need where we needed to call upon Jelena, and she stepped up. And Jelena has some fantastic news to share with you. Please, can we have your attention for the next 3 to 5 minutes? Thank you. Jelena Jelic.
Thank you, Goran. Srećno Badnje Vece, Hristos se rodi. Želela da vam podelim s vama božićnu radosnu vest o lepim porodicama i da vidite koliko mi možemo da uradimo ako smo svi složni. Srbi za Srbe. My name is Jelena Jelic, and I'm a proud Serbian Orthodox Christian. Today I'm happy to be here with all of you for Christmas Eve. It's been a while. I'd like to welcome, before I get started here, we have a special guest, Councillor Gary Kashuk from Ward 8. You are at table 7. Stand up and say hello. There he is. Say hello. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're enjoying the evening so far. It's only going to get better from here. Thank you, Father Vladimir, Goran, the choir. You've never sounded better, all of you out there. And the children, say hi. You did so great. You were so good. I would like to share a beautiful Christmas story with all of you today. We are fortunate to be here in this beautiful hall with our friends, our family, celebrating Christmas Eve. It's been a tough few years, hasn't it? I missed you all. You look amazing. But I'd like for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Let's begin. Our story begins with our youth. They wanted to give back to the community. A group of Serbian kids, not kids, young adults at the University of Windsor said, we don't have a Serbian group here. Why don't we start one? So they started a group at the University of Windsor and called themselves the Association of Serbian Student Philanthropists. They were established in 2020, and I was fortunate to attend their first slava this year, St. Simeon Stopnik. That's their slava at the top and some fundraisers that they've had this past year. They wanted to give back to the community, and so they collaborated with Serbs for Serbs Canada. It is an organization, and their mission is to provide the poorest Serbian families, particularly those with multiple children, the basic life necessities to become self-sufficient and contributing members of society. They believe in children. They're a nonprofit, so if you give money to this organization, you get a tax receipt. And what I like about this organization, it is that it's transparent. Every dollar that you give, they scan everything, they send it to you. At any given moment, you know where your money's going. Nod, if you're there, can you click for me? So they collaborated together, and Serbs for Serbs said to the youth group, We have a desperate need to help a family in Crna Gora. It's the Babić family. This is the Babić family right here. Father Radojko, mother Snežana, children Sara, Zdravko, Sava, and Milica. I'm going to read a quote. This one hits hard. More than anything in the world, I would like to be able to provide better conditions for our children to grow up in, at least not to bathe in the trough and not to go to an outdoor toilet in the cold, rain, and snow. The Babić family had a Christmas wish. They needed a new home. They did not have water, hydro, the basic necessities of life. Smart kids, but with no internet, how do you survive in the education system today? So the youth group worked with Serbs for Serbs, and an idea was born. An idea gave birth to an event called Žurka iz Bloka. It was held here at the Serbian Center at the end of August. And we really needed to get sponsors to help us with this event, to help the Babić family with a new home. For those of you that weren't at this event, the best way I can explain it is to show you. So pleased to share with all of you how this event went. It involved a lot of sponsors, a lot of donors, and can I just say this community came together. We got a platinum sponsor. Mila Maric is not able to be with us today, but Alex Zarin is sitting at the table, and he's going to join us in a few minutes. But I want to thank Mila Maric and his companies, World Mechanical Contracting, Press Tech Services, company donation of $3,000, a personal donation of $2,500, a total contribution of $5,500 for Žurka iz Bloka, money going to families in need in Serbia and Crna Gora. And I'll explain more in just a moment. Thank you. That deserves a round of applause. $5,500. Thank you. More support. Team Goran. Everybody knows Team Goran. very thankful. They were our VIP lounge sponsor, $1,500, as well as an in-kind donation. And I have to tell you, when Goran contributes, he also says, take advantage of my team, my marketing team, including this presentation. I worked with his team at his office to help get this presentation here for you today. That can't even put dollars on it, on how much that is. So extremely appreciative. So thank you, Goran and team. The next one is something that I want to shed in this room. So many people in the community doing so well, working for companies. We were not even aware at this time, but we did make a personal donation, my husband and I, and found out that the company had a match program. So we were able to give a donation, and Enbridge matched our donation. Something to look into with your company. If you're making future donations to the church, any cause within our community, find out if your company does a match. It's great. Thank you. And the sponsors didn't stop there. I'm just going to quickly read through some of these names because it's hard to hear, and I think it's important. And the reason I say it's important is that when you call for help and people come to help you, the least we can do is return that favor and help them. So when you see these names, when you need clothes, you go to Aloe Clothing for your clothes. If you need a wedding, you go to Allure Events and talk to Sandra Veric for event decor. Thank you to Bubby Sauce, providing sauce for Cevapi sliders for the evening. Bungalow 21, Alex and Stefan Dobric provided a one-night stay, $300 value for a prize that evening. Chow Cafe, $100 gift certificate. Corporate Sign Source, Al Robertson, event signage printing. He isn't Serbian, but guess what? That printing company came through and did signs free of charge for our community and for this event. It was unbelievable. Danica Bogdanovic, photographer. So the video that you saw, all the photos, thank you, Danica. Deda's Meats and Deli, 300 Cevapi sliders. Thank you, Mira Jelic, for making those individual Cevapi. But they did not hesitate to provide all the meat for the evening, so thank you, Deda's. Design Flooring, Dragan Joksic, I hope it's okay that I say your name. He provided for security for the evening. Thank you, Design Flooring, Dragan Joksic. Esteem Beauty Package, prize that we gave away, $500 value. And that's not all. More sponsors. Hargrave Studio Inc., an advertising agency in the city, provided free service for graphic design. L&M Sod Farm, $300 plus a fall lawn package prize and a $115 prize for that. Thank you, L&M Sod Farm. Matthew Vukanovich, call a family member and got him to help with t-shirts, graphic design. Thank you, Matt. Peter Dobrich family, thank you, Pete, for sponsoring the Bloka Lounge, $500 Bloka Lounge sponsor. Pure Day Spa package, $270 value. All of this for our event. Serbian Center, thank you to the Serbian Center. Let's give a round of applause to the Serbian Center. $500 to help us and the youth with this event. Flower Shop, you need flowers? Go to Teeson's. They provided florals for the event free of charge. Tony Black's Union Bakery called them up and asked if they could provide buns for the Cevapi sliders. No problem. Do business with Tony Black's Union Bakery. Turbo, not Serbian, owns a coffee shop. Ronaldo Agostino set up a coffee bar, ran it for the night, free of charge. Walkerville Brewery, thank you so much. Pizza sponsor for $600, and Mike Berkovich, I know I shouldn't say your name, but I have to. Thank you so much for being so good and more than just fun all the time. I really appreciate it. I just really want to give the time to this because sometimes I think we just don't thank people enough. And when do you get over 600 people in the room to say thank you? Thank you. Quickly, I want to go through. We had booths, $250 for booth sponsors. Quickly going to name the families that just like this supported $250. Arquette and Stajich family, if you're in the room, thank you. Bloom Medical and Aesthetic Society, Bruich family, Bubby Sauce, Buskers, Subs and Ice Cream, Dr. Angelo Sorge Dental Health Center, Dr. Kutros and family, Dr. Rista Urukolo, Foot Care Institute, Dr. Millicent, Vorkapich Hill and Dr. James Hill, Metanoa Health and Wellness, Sarapa family, Shevo family, the Naked Cup, Travis Sartori, Royal LePage Binder Real Estate, and the Velichkovich family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Round of applause for everyone. So as you can see, a lot of money was coming in. Yes, we had some expenses, but ultimately, this event would not have been possible without these generous donations. I could cry because we're so happy. This youth group is ecstatic with the amount of support that came from this community. What a great Christmas gift. So the question is, with all this money coming in, how much did Žurka iz Bloka raise? Well, let's take a look. So the donations are still coming in. So this is as of today. We don't have an exact number, but they're coming in. This is a heartwarming Christmas message. Dreams are coming true. Christmas wishes are coming true. Whoa, I can't move. So, who are we going to start with here? We're going to start here. Go ahead. Oh, Nod, you go ahead. And if we can just take a moment, we need to get a photo here. So we're going to pause for a photo, and then we have a little bit more left. I need Gordon up here. Alex, please, down here. Thank you. So initially when we started this Žurka iz Bloka, it was to help one family, the Babić family. What we didn't know is that in Canada, they have a rule for Serbs that you cannot exceed $10,000 for a family. So the family home had already started being built in Crna Gora. We were able to, they were further along, so we were able to help with furniture and appliances. Their home is already built. Their wish for Christmas came true. Listen to these messages.
Hvala organizaciji sebe što ima ovako dobar krevet. Ovo je bilja stara kuća, a ovo nova.
Here are the kids in their new home, bunk beds, very, very happy and thankful. Today, I have a message from the president of Serbs for Serbs Canada, Angelina Račić. Now, she's to the right, but there's a very handsome gentleman to the left. Does anyone know who that is? Can you help me? Chikalala. So here's a quote from Angelina, who couldn't be here, but she is so proud of the youth group and this community. Our charity is made up of all volunteers, and to see these Serbian students giving back to create and organize an event in such a short time that raised this amount of money is incredible. While we hold numerous successful events throughout the year, Windsor Žurka iz Bloka surpassed all expectations and will help more than just one family. In fact, the money raised from Žurka iz Bloka helped 3 families. And I'd like to introduce the family to you. Whoops. Here's the Vujačić family. They are in their new home. Žurka iz Bloka provided all the appliances and furniture for their home. We also helped the Matović family. This is pictures of them, the Matović family, in front of their new home. And yesterday, the Slavujević family received $10,000 from this community. Yesterday, $10,000 went to the Slavujević family. So just as a side, a new home in Serbia costs about 35,000 to 50,000 euros. So more money is needed to complete this home. We can't give any more money to the Slavujević family because we've exceeded 10,000. But I just want to share with you this evening, while we're enjoying a wonderful meal, I want you to meet one of these families and hear from them.
Ovo je propast. Mi smo porodica Slavujević iz Jarevica, kod Loznice, poročan otac, 4 dece, supruga, otac i majka. Kak je to život? 8 godina živjeti bez struje.
A vidiš kolika je ropotina ovdje? Vidiš? Vidiš ovo?
Moji su rekli pre, evo bila kao kokošinjac, pa smo preuredili kao u kuću. Ovdje ja i brat spavamo srednji, a vamo u drugom kretu je majka i otac. A što ja idem kasno ujutru rano jako u školu, pa ja ne vidim i oca i majku. Kad ustanem i brata da leži za mnom. Ovdje ja ložim vatru na ogrejem našu sobu. Ovako.
Ja i brat spavamo na veća sukena kad se ugasi vatra. Evo imam moj krevet, puno sebati. Mi ne bude zima.
Deca nisu gladna, samo problem uslov za život. Ni kupatila, vode imam, ali kao i da nema. Bez struje je 0. Džabe mi je stoke što imam kada mogu da uključim zamrzivač, frižider.
Evo, ja ću upaviti što otac mi radi do jutra i mraka, ja pomažem svome ocu za svoju braću i sestre agregat.
I kad sam bolestan, ja ćutim, idem, radim. Radio sam u šumi, više ne mogu u šumu da radim. Sad sam našao firmu da idem, da se zaposlim u firmu. Ovo malo godina, ako doživim da zaradim neku penziju, jer u šumi je kičma otišla.
Igramo se muke, igramo se fudbala.
Sve što su poželili, ovaj stari sin je želio tele, kupio sam tele, želeo ovce, kupio sam ovce, želeo koze, kupio sam koze, ne znam što više.
Kad odrastem, voleo bi da budem farmer, da imam dosta životinja i to.
Volim svinje, volim ovce, volim krave.
Voljeli smo da dobijemo struju i voleo samo da mi braća budu i sestra zdrava i ja.
Pozivam dobre ljude koje hoću porodica Slavujević iz Jarevica na pomoć ovoj deci, da i ova deca imaju normalno uslov za život. Za praznik, za slavu, za Novu godinu, za Božić, da imaju struju i ostalo.
obviously a family in need. But the theme is consistent with all the families. The kids all go to school, they all do well. It's just they don't have the basic necessities. So keep the donations coming. This Žurka is Bloka. We talked to Serbs for Serbs Canada. They want us to extend it till the end of January. Already some donations came in today. We have a t-shirt and sweatshirt table that's going to be set up right over here. And somebody's going to be there. If anyone's interested in any other donations, Serbs for Serbs Canada is going to give us another family because the other ones have been taken care of. So we're on our, 5th family now this evening, starting today. And we will let you know who that family is. So anybody, t-shirts are $25, sweatshirts are $50. It's not about the t-shirt, it's not about the sweatshirt, it's about this, making dreams come true, Christmas wish. And right now, I would like to introduce one of the young leaders from the University of Windsor to speak with you. Very impressed with Mr. Petar Bratic, who is where? Give him a big round of applause. As you can see, he doesn't like this, but as you can see, and I haven't switched, hold on, the screen. Many of you probably know Petar. He's part of the Serbian Heritage Museum Board. He sang in the choir this evening. Good job, Petar. He's a member of the Kršćanica Church Board. And everyone take a look at Petar Bracic, future lawyer, finishing up and heading to law school, and we'll find out soon where. Very proud of Petar. Good job, young leader. Here we go.
Dobro večer svima, hvala puno, sretno Badnje veče, mir Božji i Hristos se rodi. Oprostite mi, samo ću brzo na engleskom jeziku, jer ću većinom mlađima da pričam, pa oprostite mi što ću na engleskom. I'll thank you for being here this evening. First of all, a big thank you to Teta Jelena Jelić for everything that she did. This event would not have happened without her, so thank you very much. To all the other volunteers, most of whom were recruited by Teta Jelena, that event could not have happened without them. And to the generous sponsors, donors, and everybody who came, thank you so much. I'm going to keep this very, very short because I know we all want to dig in a bit more. There was one other message that was supposed to be brought tonight, and that was the only reason I said yes to speaking. Because to be honest with you, this was about the families that were helped, and everything that needed to be said about them was already said. But the last message, and I'm going to tell you what my message is, because I had a really hard time trying to figure that out, how to put it, is see this community here. There's 600 people here. We're in a hall that was built by volunteers, donated by, volunteers donated to this, community members donated to this, and that's what our community is. It's based off volunteerism and based off being generous as people who are willing to put in money to help. And tonight, our Badnje, as we heard from Father Vladimir during the prayer, is a symbol of the tree of life. And I think similarly, the volunteers and the contributors in our community symbolize the livelihood of our community. So the more volunteers we have, the more lively and alive our community is. And I'll be completely honest with you, because I was introduced this way. I know absolutely nothing about singing. And I didn't particularly ask to be on either one of these other two boards that I sit on. But at the end of the day, people came to me and asked, and I didn't have it in me to say no. Actually, there's somebody who I very much respect sitting over there who asked me several times to join the choir. And I was looking for excuse after excuse after excuse. And finally, I couldn't look him in the eyes and say no. And so I went, and here I am in the choir. So my point to everybody here, we need you in the choir. We need you volunteering in the church. We need you in our community organizations. And you don't have to really, be an expert at anything. You don't have to, feel that you need to know how to sing in the case of the choir. I still don't know how to sing. I've been there 3 years. There are plenty of opportunities to help out in our community because at the end of the day, our community is only as good as the people here. There's 600 people here. we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for the generations before us that spent all that time putting into our community. So please, let's keep this up. Every young person in this room, there's a spot for you in our community to help. So please, come by. You know how many times I've been asked in the past few weeks, come up with a list of people who can help with social media. If anybody here wants to help out with running this church's social media, come talk to me and I'll put your name forward, because I've been promising a list for weeks and I don't have it. So please, 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 keep our community going, keep our community as alive as it is, and keep coming forward. Every single young person in this room has a spot there. Thank you very much.
And that brings us to the end of the presentation. Sorry it took this long, but it was a really important message. You received bulletins when you came in, the church bulletin. You can see in there a lot of good messaging, but in the center spread, you could read in more detail about the event and who helped out. Thank you, Fala, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to all of you. Prijatno, sretna Badnje Vece, Hristos se rodi. Enjoy.
Jelena Jelić, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Hvala Jelena, Živa Bila, and please continue the great work we're doing for our Serbs, for Serbs. In closing, samo par stvari da najavim. Ako ste vidjeli, hvala Bogu, kazan, a naš novi krst koji bit će postavljen na našu crkvu, our new cross that's going to be up at our church, as soon as the weather gets better. We're going to wait till the spring. But God willing, with everybody's help, can we move that cross over right here in the middle? With everybody's help, hopefully we do all of the crosses. And the goal is, once we do all of the crosses and we're finished with the cranes and the heavy equipment, then we're going to beautify with beautiful landscaping around our church. But I want to thank my kuma Milena Stevanov, Nick Gačeša, my cousin Dragan Joksic for putting together this lower level part for stability, and to each and every one of you that was involved in the production of this cross. It is gorgeous. How do you receive it? I can't hear you. One more time. We look forward to have the blessing of the cross with a special announcement when that's going to be in the spring. The goal is to put beautiful lights around the cross, and it shines, and it's very well received. God bless you all. And in closing, together we are stronger. Sama sloga Srbina spašava. The more times we get together like this, the better it will be for all of us. S Bogom, braćo I sestre. Cheers.